The war between the Israelites and the Philistines has been intense so far, but the situation right now decides the outcome of the war. The Israelites and the Philistines are to face off at the Valley of Elah. If either army decides to charge at the other, they will be crushed. The Philistines have offered a one-on-one duel to see who will win this battle, and eventually the war. The Philistines have sent out their mightiest warrior, Goliath. Goliath is a 9.5-foot tall man with heavy armor and a spear. The Israelites have not yet sent out anyone, until a young man named David volunteers to fight. David claims he is sent by God and will win that battle for Israel. He uses a sling to fight. David went up to Goliath, slung a rock at him, and killed Goliath with one rock. The Philistines then fled from the battle. We have an eyewitness standing by at the battlefield.
I thought David was a goner. He was so small compared to Goliath. I guess he really was sent by God to be able to defeat him. We are all grateful of David. David has saved the entire Israelite army.
That's
Today we are here at the battle site where David and Goliath had fought to the death, and David the underdog won. We are here with one of Saul's supporters to tell us about his thoughts on what happened.
Well, as you can see, there's a lot of commotion about David being the greatest and he should be king. But he has only overcome one challenge, and Saul has overcome many. Also, Saul has been chosen by God himself and was born to rule. Another thing is that God was on Saul's side and guided the rock to kill Goliath because he wants Saul's reign to continue and prosper. Lastly, Saul is the greatest ruler and has a lot of experience, and that is what we want to happen. Today we have David's supporters on to tell us why David should be king.
David should be king because even though he is small, he was able to outsmart a 9-foot man named Goliath. He was smart enough to know that he needed to stay out of arm reach of him because he is so big and powerful. David decided to use an advantage against him. He used a slingshot against Goliath because that is what he is good at. The slingshot was used for long range and also to keep animals away for the cattle. Before he went down to the hill to meet Goliath, since no one else would go against him, he grabbed a couple smooth stones for the slingshot. He also killed Goliath with one shot. That is why he should be king, because he can protect us and he can outsmart the enemy.
We are with one of David's biographers to tell us more about David's life and his fame.
Before David's epic battle with Goliath, he was a shepherd boy. David spent his days herding and keeping his flocks of sheep safe. David used his sling to defend his sheep from wolves and bears. That's how his accuracy was so great for his battle with Goliath. His father was named Jesse. He had followed Saul to the battle. God had told Jesse what was going to happen to David in the future, and being a man of God, followed his commands. David was one of 8 sons, and he was the youngest of them. They lived in Bethlehem, but then the Philistines came to attack, and David and his brothers went to war. David came to be the man and warrior he is today. David was and will always be a great person and a follower of God.